So in this video, we are going to learn how to add Mailchimp subscriber on new Teachable enrollment. Let's say you have created some kind of course in Teachable and you want that whenever a student or a user gets enrolled into that course, you want to add that same user as a subscriber, as a contact in Mailchimp. So let me tell you, you can actually automate this process. So in this automation, whenever we are going to receive a new enrollment into a course in Teachable, automatically the same user who got enrolled will be added as a subscriber in Mailchimp with the same details. Now, if you want to know how you can set up this automation, for that you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a pre-sign up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Teachable to Mailchimp. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we are going to connect our Teachable account, our Teachable school with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window, so that every time a new student or a new user gets enrolled to any course in our Teachable account, automatically the details of that newly enrolled student will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And after that, using this Pabbly Connect's automation, we are going to add those newly enrolled user as a subscriber, as a member in our Mailchimp account. So let's see how it is done. Starting from our trigger window, in Choose App, search for Teachable over here. Just select it. After that, in Trigger Event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as New Enrollment. After selecting the trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now using this webhook URL, we have to connect our Teachable account with Pabbly Connect. And to add this webhook URL in our Teachable account, we just have to follow the help text given below over here. Just copy this webhook URL from here and go to the Teachable account. After coming to a Teachable dashboard, from the left sidebar, go to Settings. And on the Settings page here from the left sidebar, go to Webhooks over here. Now here guys, you can see right now I haven't added any webhook in my Teachable account. Click on this Add Webhook button. Then it is asking us for the webhook URL over here. Now in this webhook URL field, we have to paste the exact same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. Just copy it from here and then paste it over here. After pasting the webhook URL, we have to select the webhook event, that on happening of which event we want Teachable to send data to Pabbly Connect. So we want that whenever a new enrollment is going to happen in Teachable, it should send the details of that new enrollment to Pabbly Connect. So under webhook event from the drop down, we will select custom, and under custom, we are going to select new enrollment as the event. After selecting this, just scroll down and at last you can see this option of webhook payload settings. So just turn this button on. We are telling it that we have to send the data. The Teachable has to send the data in JSON array. And then just click on save. And as we click on save, here you can see that we have successfully added this webhook URL in our Teachable account. Now every time a new enrollment is going to happen in Teachable, Teachable is automatically going to send the details of that new enrollment to this webhook URL to Pabbly Connect. So here in our Pabbly Connect workflow, we can see it is showing us waiting for webhook response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to get the details of a new enrollment from Teachable. So let's do it. I will just open my Teachable school in an incognito tab. And then after opening this school, we are going to enroll or sign up as a new user, and then we are going to enroll into a course in our Teachable account. So I will just go to the sign up section. After coming to the sign up section, we are going to enter the details of a user. So guys, let's enter the name. For example, the name of the person is test user. This is the email address. And this is the password. Let's select yes and click on sign up. So just now a new student, a new user has signed up on my Teachable school. After signing up, here you can see right now in my Teachable school, I have two different courses. Let's select this PHP course for now. We are going to select this course and then this user is going to enroll into this course. Now, right now, this course on my Teachable school is a free course, so that's why it's not asking us for any payment. And after this, let's click on Start Course. So right now you can see that we have just now signed up on our Teachable school as a new user and just now we have enrolled to one of our Teachable courses. And because we have connected our Teachable account with Pabbly Connect, we will see that details of this exact same enrollment will be received inside Pabbly Connect. So we will go to a Pabbly Connect workflow and yes, here you can see that in our Pabbly Connect workflow in this trigger window, we have received some response. And this response is received for the event that is named as enrollment created. Now here guys, after receiving this event details, these responses, we will scroll down and we will see the details of the user who has been enrolled to a course. Here you can see the name of the person, test user. Here once again you can see the name. Then after that we will scroll down and we will see some other details as well. Like this is the email address of this person, the date and time, that at what date and time this user is created, they have signed up. Then after that, we will scroll down further and you can see the details of the course as well in which they have enrolled. So here you can see the course URL, the name of the course and all the other details. So in this way guys, you can see that all the details of a newly enrolled user or for newly enrolled student is received from Teachable inside Pabbly Connect. So the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. Now after this, let's move to step 2. In step 2, we want to add this user, this student who has just now enrolled into a Teachable course as a member, as a subscriber in Mailchimp. For that, we will just scroll down, come to this action window, and here in Choose App, we are going to search for Mailchimp. Just select it. After selecting Mailchimp, in Action Event from the drop-down, select the action event as Add New Member with Custom Field. And after selecting this, just click on Connect and select Add New Connection over here. Now here guys, we have to connect our Mailchimp account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key and data center ID of our Mailchimp account. Now you must be thinking how you can get this API key and data center ID. So to get it, just go to your Mailchimp account and on the right top corner, click on this profile option and go to profiles over here. After coming to the profiles page, just go to extras and API keys. Under API keys, here you can see a list of all the API keys which I have generated in my Mailchimp account. To create a new one, just click on this create a key button and then give this API key a name. For example, I would like to name it as testing and click on generate key. You can basically give any name of your choice. Then here you can see the API key of a Mailchimp account. Just copy this API key from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. After pasting the API key, here it is asking us for the data center. Now to get or know the data center of our Mailchimp account, just log into your Mailchimp account and here in the URL section, you can see US6. Like before .admin, you can see the data center ID of your Mailchimp account. Just copy this exact same data center ID from this URL section and then paste it over here. And after pasting this, just click on save. And as we click on save, we will see our Mailchimp account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the first thing it asks us is to choose the audience list. That in which particular audience list we want to add these subscribers, we want to add these members. So right now in my Mailchimp account, I have only one audience list named as Pabbly Connect. That's why here you can see only one audience list over here. So we are going to select this audience list. Then it is asking us for the email address. That what is the email address of this new member, this new subscriber which we want to add in Mailchimp. So from Teachable, we have received the email address of the student who has enrolled. Here's the response of email who has enrolled into a Teachable course. So from this Teachable responses of which we have received in our trigger window, we have to map this response of email address in this email address field. And to map it guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and here in the drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Teachable of a new enrollment. And out of all of these responses, select this response of email and map it over here. After mapping the email address, it is asking us for the tag. So if you want to add some kind of tag to this contact, you can basically enter that tag over here. And if you want, you can add multiple tags as well by separating them using comma. So by entering comma separated tags, you can add multiple tags as well. So let's take an example that for this new contact, new subscriber which we are creating in Mailchimp, I want to add the tag of the course name. That for which particular course they have enrolled, I want to enter that course name as a tag over here. So from Teachable guys, we have received the response of the course, the name of the course as well, for which the student has enrolled. So we can map this response of course name over here in tag. And the field or tag is optional guys. If you want, you can ignore this field. You can keep this field blank as well. So but right now, I'll just map the course name as tag. So we'll just scroll down to these responses and select the response of course name and map it over here. After this, it is asking us select the status of the subscriber. So in the drop down here, you can see we have different status, that what will be the status of this new subscriber which we are creating. So we want the status to be subscribed. So using this automation, all the members, all the subscribers which are created in Mailchimp, we want the status of these subscribers to be subscribed. If you want some other status, you can select any other status of your choice. Then it is asking us for the interest group. So if you want, you can add the member into a specific interest group which you have created in Mailchimp as well. You can use the get interest information action before this step, and then you can map the interest ID over here in whatever interest groups you want to add this member, add this subscriber. And if not, this is not a mandatory, this is not a required field. So if you want, you can ignore this field for now as well. Then it is asking us for the first name, last name, and mobile number. So we haven't received the mobile number of the student, mobile number of the newly enrolled student from Teachable. So you can ignore this field, but we have received the name of the person. But Mailchimp is asking us for separate response of first name and last name. But the name of the subscriber, name of the student which we have received from Teachable is the full name. We don't have a separate response of first name and last name. We have the full name over here. So what we can do, using a feature, a module of Pabbly Connect that is called text formatter, we can separate this response. We can split this response of full name into two parts of first name and last name. Now to do this, before this Mailchimp step, click on this add action step button over here. And then here in choose app, search for text formatter. Just select it. After selecting text formatter by Pabbly, in action event from the drop down, select the action event as split text. Then just click on connect. After clicking on connect, the first thing it asks us is text to split. So what is the text? What is the response to whom we want to split? So we want to split this response of full name of the student, full name of the user which we have received from Teachable. So from Teachable responses, we are going to map this response of user name over here in this text to split field. Just click here and from the drop down, select the response of name over here. After mapping the name, the next thing it asks us is the separator. That what will be the separator to split this full text. So we want to separate this text before and after the space. So we have the space between the first name and the last name, and we want to separate, we want to split this text before and after the space. So we will be using space as the separator. And to use space as the separator, we have to write space in double curly braces over here in this way. Then in segment index from the drop down, select all and click on save and send test request. After clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that we have separate two responses of first name and last name. So we have basically separated the full name into two parts. We have splitted it into two parts of first name and last name. And now we can map this response of text formatter over here in this first name and last name field of Mailchimp. So let's do it. We will click on this field of first name, but right now in this dropdown you can see we can't see any new data to map. Now because we have added a new step, we have added some new data before this step. That is why here you can see while trying to map, you can't see any data to map over here. So before doing that, what we have to do, we just have to click on this refresh fields button. After clicking on refresh fields, it will resync and it will get the newly added data as well. And after that, we will just scroll down, come to this first name field, and now you can see in the drop down, we can see the responses of previous two steps from the teachable step as well as the text formatter step. So from the text formatter responses, we are going to select the response of first name and map it, and use the same process of mapping for last name as well. After mapping the first name and last name, and we don't have the mobile number, so we will be ignoring this field, just click on Save and Send Test Request. After clicking on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the same person, the same user who has enrolled to our course in Teachable, the same person is now added as a subscriber, as a member in Mailchimp with the same details. So let's check it. We will go to a Mailchimp account. I'll just go to my subscriber section, audience dashboard, all contacts. And yes guys, here you can see that test user, the same person is now added as a subscriber in our Mailchimp account. Here you can see the same name, the same email address which they have entered while enrolling into a course in our Teachable school. And then also you can see the same tag of course name with them. This means the automation workflow which we have created in this video, this automation is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, whenever a new student, a new user is going to get enrolled into a course in our Teachable account, automatically the same user, the same student will be added as a subscriber in Mailchimp. Now guys, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once. Once again, we'll go to a Teachable school, copy the school link, and in an incognito tab, we are going to enroll a new user this time. So this time, let's change the details of the user. We will be using the username as dummy user, for example. I'll go to sign up, enter the name as dummy user. This is the name of the student. And this is the email address. Then password is this. And then just select yes over here and click on sign up. So just now, dummy user with this email address has signed up on our Teachable school. Now what we are going to do, let's enroll this user to this course. We'll go to Basic Java course, and then this is also a free course on my Teachable school. Click on Enroll Now. Now after clicking on Enroll Now, you can see this new user has just now get enrolled into a course in my Teachable school. And as this user gets enrolled into a course, we will see automatically with the same details, this student will be added as a subscriber in Mailchimp. So we'll just go to our Mailchimp account, we'll go to all contacts, and here you can see that in our all contacts page, we will have that user. And yes, dummy user, the same person, the same user is over here with the same name. We have the email address, the name, and also the tag of Java Basics. So here you can see that this automation workflow is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, as this user has enrolled into a course in our Teachable account, automatically, instantly, the same person is added as a subscriber in Mailchimp. So guys, not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestions, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.